In your music career, I don't know how long you been doing this now.
I started when I was like 14,
Okay.
and I'm 33 now, so I don't know. I'm really bad at math.
Okay. So
My
sorry.
dad would always
Like
say, if we ever give you the accounts for the company, we're screwed, dude. We're going down. I'm like, yo, I pass them to my brother because Mo
Yeah.
is really good with numbers. Like, he's my number guy. So,
Sure.
Mo, how many years is that?
So it's been about 19 years. That means.
Yeah.
At what point did it? What was the turning point for you? At what point did it really like kick off and you moved into that like next level? You went from like a bedroom producer. to, like, a
I still
producer.
work in my home. Like,
That's fine, but you know what I mean. That like the credibility. You know, like I'm now someone at least
Yeah.
credible, respected in the community. What was the turning point for you? What happened?
Turning point. That's a very interesting question because I still don't feel like I've had my turning point.
Really, or
Yeah.
at least the turning point to get to where you are now.
Uh,
You know that. What was that kick? That jump?
A jump? Wow. What's define a jump though, right? Because that's another problem I have. Okay,
Okay.
my sense of time. I don't know if we were recording.
Yeah.
I don't have a sense of time, which plays on. It has a positive and a negative.
Sure.
Where I don't like. I still feel like I'm 14.
Okay.
I still feel like I'm 15. Like I don't think I've aged.
Okay.
I've become wiser, but I'm still the same. Like I still have the same level of hunger that I've had when I first was like, oh, I can make rap, I can rap. You know, I still have that.
Sure.
But then at the same time, I don't feel time,
Yeah.
which is also bad
Yeah.
because I'm always late, and people hate me for that.
You were on time today. You were perfect.
Yeah, because I finished something early, but like, it's like it's bad and good. So
Sure.
in terms of a turning point, I think the moment. We have a thing that we talk about, like myself, Majid, Mo. We don't celebrate. Your celebration is only allowed for the moment. Like, you did this thing, but you're literally, as that thing is happening, it's done. So, I don't know if it answers your question, but every time you put a goal for yourself, the moment you arrive to that goal, you're way past it.
That's interesting. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so you start a business.
Okay.
And you go like, I can't wait to make my first million. The problem is that when you hit your first million, that journey, and by the time you hit your first million, your mind's already on the next thing.
True.
You're not there because your starting point is right here. You're thinking about the goal that you're trying to get to right here. But by the time you're here and you're about to hit that goal, your mind's way past.
You're on the next one.
Yeah. So that's why you
okay.
never feel, or at least that's how I think about it.
Sure.
That's why I never feel like, there's a turning point. Maybe the point where we go and do a record with Pusha T, or maybe when we, like Soul DXB used to be a big deal when we do like Soul DXB and Pusha T comes out and brings out Mo, or maybe, like I just don't feel like I've had my breaking point yet.
Not yet.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I love the way you described it. That once you get to your goal, you're already past it. I've never thought of that before. But that
Think
makes,
about it.
that
You have a
makes perfect
podcast
sense.
right now. By the time you put in so much effort to get to your 100 episode, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. And you want to get your first like 100K views. I don't know how many plays you get.
Sure.
Whatever. X amount of views. By the time you get there, you're so invested at that point. You spent so much on promo. You've done so much work that 100,000 that you put there is like, fuck this, bro. What is this?
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah,
and your
yeah,
mind's already elevating. And
Yeah.
also, I've never been goal driven. I've always been journey driven.
Okay.
I
that's
enjoy
interesting.
what I do.
Yeah.
I luckily wake up every day and I like what I do.
Yeah.
I like who I am. There's two things about me that I'm so blessed. I like who I am and I like what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know all my flaws as a person. I know all my flaws. Like, there's a funny point where when you hit 30, when you start recognizing yourself.
What do you mean? And recognizing what about yourself?
Just who you are as a person.
Okay.
Like, you know how they tell you, you need to change this and you need to grow into this and you need to become this. I think you don't really change. You're still you're still the same person as you were at 10. You just know all your faults and you know how to work around. You hack your mind. You hack yourself. I'm always late. That's why all my reminders are an hour earlier from my appointments.
Yeah.
It's not because I've become a person who's timely. It's because I've hacked around my bad habits.
You've adjusted it. Yeah.
You know what I
exactly.
mean? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I haven't really the way I'm built. Like, people talk about DNA like it could change. Like, we don't come with an OS update, right? Like, there's no cloud right here that's updating how my brain is wired. Like, there's things that are in your instinct as a person, and there's things you're born with, and there's things that you're not born with.
Yeah.
And I think at 30, I've recognized those things.
Yeah.
So what I did was I hate saying the word double down. because I sound like now I'm listening to, like, I sound like Gary Vee now.
Yeah, that's fine.
I doubled down on what I
Did you hustle?
did you hustle? You know, did you buy that coffee? Fuck that coffee. Listen, but what I did was I doubled down on what I'm good at.
Yeah.
And I moved back from the things I'm not good at.
Which is right.
I knew what my weaknesses are. Relationships with people, I'm also great at, because people always misunderstand me because I'm so forward in the way I am.
You just say it as it is.
I say it as it is. And a lot of people, and I realized it used to really like bother me. It's like, oh, I think that guy doesn't like me, or that person doesn't like me, or that person doesn't. And I think I got to the point where, but like, I really like who I am.
Yeah.
And then I realized the thing that really helped me was that just because a person doesn't like you, you don't have to not like you don't have to not like them.
True.
But why I've gotten to that point is that when you don't like me, you don't like me. That's an energy you put inside.
Yeah.
That's a feeling you have to feel.
Yes, exactly.
When I don't like you back, I felt something now. So now I've taken whatever you were doing and now I'm inflicting it on myself.
I've invested it,
because
yeah.
when I don't like you, it's not like you fucking feel anything.
Yeah.
You feel nothing. You keep going by your life. Your energies, it's like an energy I'm inflicting internally.
Exactly.
So then I started taking away all these things that, like, for me, like, I get affected by relationships a lot and people a lot. So then I started, like, kind of like stripping down my relationships in my life. All right, I love this person, but like, you know, me and him don't really click like that. Like, he kind of makes me feel away sometimes, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I kind of like put him in a little corner. Like, this thing I don't really like doing this. You know, I don't like taking those meetings. And I'm like, and I realized once you start isolating the things that make you great or happy and the things that don't, and you start doubling down on your traits that are good, on the things that you believe in, and it's like, it's just, you recognize who you are.
Yeah.
It's a weird flip. It's a switch. I don't know. I felt it when I was like 31.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I recognized a lot of things about myself, and I realized that, like, people were like, oh, that's my true calling and all that mumbo jumbo. Like, bro, when you're 24, you're going to feel no different when you're 33. You're going to feel no different when you're 60. Because I see my dad caught COVID, right? It's crazy, right? I was tired in bed. My dad's like, oh, I got calls. I'm like, what are you doing? And my dad literally thinks he's 20. Knock on wood, alhamdulillah. He's a young man, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Up here. And
Young
it's
at
like,
heart.
and I realized you don't really change. You're just, your vehicle gets older. But like, the programming in it is fucking same. You're just aging like a peach, but like,
Yeah.
you know, the seed's still the same type thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't even know if I answered any of your questions, by the way. Like, I'm pretty sure I've answered nothing.
No, you've answered actually everything.
I'm just having a stream of consciousness right now.
Good. This is good.
Jay-Z, call me, man.
This is good, man. No, this is good. I love what you said about, you know, especially talking about the relationships and so on, and stripping those away. And as you get older, you start realizing who are the people that you click with, who are the people that you want. You know, your time, like you said, we were talking about earlier, you said, I have 24 hours in a day, and I'm stuck between my own business and like my music and stuff. Who are the people I want to spend my time with? Yeah. Once in a while, you have to include that random person.
Yeah.
Whatever, adi. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah,
I love
of
people.
course. Yeah.
You know,
That's
but
fine.
then again, like, time is the ultimate currency we're dealing with.
Exactly,
right now.
and we can't get it back, right?
No.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.